Hello there, Auto Park of Rochester. This is Coach Stephanie with part 2 of your mystery shop. I submitted a request via the Auto Trader website on October the 27th at 11:59 a.m. I received a phone call at 12:04 p.m. and we missed that call, but we actually called back and was unable to get Stephen, so we spoke to Jordan. However, I did receive an email from Stephen, and so we got that at 12:14 p.m. when we missed the phone call. He sent that about 10 minutes later. So stellar job on your timing. You got an email out and a phone call out within less than 15 minutes. Taking a look at the email that Stephen sent, the email did go into my inbox. However, it does only say what it's about, but not who it's from. So you want to be sure when you're sending an email out before you've spoken to the customer that the email clearly defines the purpose of the email and who it's from. So be sure you put the name of the dealership in your subject line when you are emailing before you've spoken to them. You did a great job, Stephen, of letting the customer know, positive words about the vehicle. You addressed availability. The email is free of spelling and grammatical errors. You gave some information on the exact vehicle. There is a link back to your website where I would be able to look at multi-price quotes or look at additional or alternative vehicles aside from the one that I had inquired on. You did not bring up the question that I had included in my lead submission in the email. When you're emailing the customer before speaking to them, you want to be sure you at least address that there was a question. You don't necessarily have to answer it, but at least address that you saw that there was, a question. I'd like for you to answer it. However, I do realize sometimes it's better to answer that question on the phone. That's why realistically we'd like you to send them an email after you hang up with the customer as well. You want to be sure, since you had tried calling me and you missed getting me on the phone, mention that to the customer. Let them know, I tried calling you, didn't get a hold of you, I'll try you later today, and set that expectation that you're going to call the customer back, because you really should try to call them back a second time if you don't reach them the first time. Also, you want to be sure that you give them a value statement about your dealership. I'm going to give you credit for the one that you gave because I liked the fact that you're trying here. You let the customer know, that what keeps your repeat customers coming back time and time again is that, you have a dealership that wants to make their customers happy. Well, that's great, but it's just very vague. So we want to be sure that we're giving the customer really something that's going to make your dealership stand apart from the competition. It can be information about an award that your dealership has won or possibly information about a promotion that your dealership is having. But you want to be sure that whatever information you give them, it truly sets your dealership apart. I'm going to give you credit this time for this value statement because I feel like you're trying here, but let's work on it. Make it a little stronger. Really tell the customer what it is about your dealership that would make them want to come to your dealership as opposed to going to the competition, okay? Your signature file needs a little work here. You've got a link back to the website, but the signature file doesn't even have your name in it. We want to be sure that we are giving the customer, your name, a name of your dealership, or a link back to the website, which there is a link to the website, but there needs to be a link to your email address and your phone number as well. So let's work on our signature file being a little stronger on our email, okay? You also want to be sure, Jordan, that since you spoke to the customer, when we called back and he wasn't available and you spoke to the customer, that then becomes your customer because you're the one that talked to them. So you need to send them an email after you speak to them so you can continue building rapport and get them information that they very well may not have written down during your phone conversation. So you want to be sure once you hang up, send an email out within less than 15 minutes. Be sure it's got an attention-grabbing subject line. Thank them for their time on the phone. Be sure that you give them a value statement about your dealership. Be sure the email is free of spelling and grammatical errors and that you have a complete signature file with the information that I just mentioned, okay? So keep up the hard work and keep practicing. Your secret code for today is practice. Practice. Have a great day.